Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. Listen, y'all were in the comments telling me that I needed to watch The Love Experiment. Do you hear me? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna check it out or whatever. So then my birthday twin, shout out to Mo. Mo had DM'd me and she was like, Misha, you need to watch The Love Experiment. And baby, y'all need to watch The Love Experiment. I am loving this show. Not only is it refreshing, it's new, it's different. I love all of the characters on the show. The women are bringing it. I just love it, honey. It's good. Honey, it is good to me. Now, let me get into this intro and then let's get into some things. I'm about to review episodes 1 through 3. So this might take a while because I'm a little bit behind, and y'all know I don't like to just start up some stuff instead of going back because, you know, I give you a whole lot of detail and whatnot. Anywho, buckle up, get yourself a snack, and let's get into it if we gonna get into it. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, y'all, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. When the episode first opens up, we meet 3 best friends. They get to choose men that they want to date. And I think it's cool because you're able to see each other, but they can't talk to you and you can't talk to them because they can't hear what you're saying, okay, unless they've been chosen. So, you know, you just kind of picking and choosing, honey, looking and window shopping until you figure out who it is that you want to date. So the 3 best friends are Mars, Tam, and Paige. So let me give you a little background on the ladies. So Mars is a thrill seeker. She's a flight attendant. She works with her best friend, Tamara. She's been in previous relationships. She's dated bad boys. Honey, she likes a little street thug. You know what I'm saying? A little street pharmacist action. She like them a little rough around the edges. But, you know, she getting better. She getting better. Now she's looking for a man who can be an equal partner. Mars wants a man who values family while keeping up with her intelligence and passion for adventure. So then we have Paige. Paige is an event host with her own management and consulting company. She's often the center of attention, which I can tell, okay, while watching. She's dated eligible men in the past, but she has not found the one yet, and she's a hopeless romantic. So then you have my girl Tam. Tamara, I can't remember how it's pronounced, and I don't want to pronounce it wrong, so I'm going to say it both ways. She reminds me of Nikki. Y'all remember Nikki that was dating 4 on Black Ink Chicago? Something about her just gives me Nikki. It just gives me Nikki. Anywho, she's a flight attendant as well. Of course, she works with Mars. She's a fashion entrepreneur, and she's looking for a man who can be a true partner. Her Mr. Right needs to have as much going on as she does. Now, I'm going to say this right here. Tam, I like you, girl. I really do. I see a lot of myself in you sometimes. But baby, that picker is off. Do you hear me? It is off. And I have to say, all the women are beautiful. All of them have beautiful skin, beautiful features. They just all to the bed, honey. All to the bed. So right off the bat, Tam was drawn to this dude named Kenny. Now, Kenny kind of gives you powwow. Smile for me, daddy. What you looking at? I want to see your grill. He had a grill at the bottom row of his teeth. Had his hat on, and so they wanted him to take his hat off because they wanted to make sure he was not hat fishing. He kind of gives me Tamar's man. JR, y'all know if you watch Tamar's dating show when she was on there with Evelyn and all the rest of them, whoever was on there, honey, Evelyn, I think Nivea, he kind of reminds me of Tamar's man, but he got an attitude. Okay, now me personally, he think he too fine. That's just me. Because they wanted him to take the hat off so they could make sure that he wasn't hat fishing. And hat fishing is when you had a hat on and you look good. But when you take that hat off, it's like, say what now? Ooh, it's giving milk dud. Absolutely not. He said no. Okay, so he will be an automatic no for me because he still wants to be in control. Sir, I'm in control. I asked you to take your hat off so I could better assess that head of yours. But if you don't want to take it off, then we won't be able to continue on, honey. You will not be continuing on in the running to become my next top man, honey. Absolutely not. So they all 3 choose their potential men from The Bachelors. Now, the first group of men, they were all very handsome, very nice looking, very well put together. I wasn't too much feeling the second and third haul, but the first haul, they had some really good looking men. Tam ends up choosing Kenny. for whatever reason. I know what the reason was, because she thought he was going to be able to blow that back out. You know what I'm saying? He got a little swag to him. We got to stop looking for that swag. We got to start looking for men that are well put together and able to articulate a sentence. Honey, he was giving, he was giving nothing. Do you hear me? Nothing. Like I said, girl, your picker is off big time. So after they choose the men, they all get to mixing and mingling. So everybody's up trying to get to know the ladies that just chose them, and Kenny over there sitting down, talking about his feet hurt. He's like, I've been standing up all day. She said, me too. He said, oh, okay, I feel bad for you. Oh, baby, he wants you to chase him. He wants you might as well take your shoes off and put your heels on him. Not him wanting to sit down, but you've been standing up all day in stilettos. You've been standing up all day, and he can't even stand up to come over to get to know you, and you chose him? Oh, hell no. So Mars ends up choosing a set of twin brothers. Now, when she chose the twins, I was like, girl, why would you choose two brothers? Like, I just feel like that was a mistake. Now, granted, they were decent looking, but I was just like, girl, not the two brothers. I didn't think that was wise, but that's just me. So one of the twins, while he was over there getting to know Mars, his name was Tawan. He revealed to her that their mom was unalived by their stepdad. And I was like, oh, Lord, that is so heartbreaking. I mean, I appreciate his openness and being able to just let it be known. But my goodness, they have now chosen their 3 men, but they have to choose one as their first date. So Paige chooses Isaac, Mars chooses Tawan, and Tam chooses Mike. I think his name was Mike. Was it Michael or Mike? It was one of them, honey. He was a little too childish in his demeanor to me. Mike, that is. Plus, it didn't help that he looked like he was wearing his grandma's sweater on that date. I said, boy, what is this little sweater? I don't know, honey. You know, ooh, honey. Because, baby, he had that little sweater on. It looked like it was knitted and sitting ever so. I was like, oh, no, ma'am, honey. He had on more accessories than she did. I was like, it ain't gonna work for me. Moving forward. In the next scene, we see Paige, and she's on the date with Isaac. Now, Isaac is a fireman from Brooklyn. Okay, so Paige asked Isaac on their date if anyone was waiting for him back home. Now, it's a simple yes or a no answer. He says, well, if they are, I'm not coming back if I'm going home with you. Sir, what? It's a yes or no answer. I cannot stand. And when I say I can't stand, that's the quickest way for me to dismiss your ass and never talk to you again. I cannot stand when people speak in riddles when I ask them a question, or if they answer my question with a question. That's the quickest way to piss me off, because it's like you're trying to deflect. I'm asking you a straight up yes or no question. Not you talking about, well, if I'm leaving with you, then I mean, they waiting on something they ain't gonna never get. That's what I'm saying. So he trying to explain it away, and Paige is like, what are you talking about? Is there someone waiting for you back home? He was like, I mean, well, they're going to be waiting for something that, you know, they lost their chance. They're going to be waiting for something that will never come. Boy, please. Boy, gone. So in the middle of them on the date, Paige gets a text. She can go back into the hall to select a new guy, but she has to cut the man that she's on the date with immediately. Now, mind you, all 3 of them got this same exact text. Thankfully, she cut him because he was a liar, child. We ain't even finna waste no time. Mars is out with Tawan, and she asked about his relationship with his son. And he said his son is 16. Now, they live a far distance from each other. So she asked when was the last time that he saw his son. He said, I saw him 3 months ago. He doesn't have a relationship with the mother at all. They don't talk. And she didn't like that. So she cut him. Now, truth be told, the son is old enough where communication with the mom can be limited. But I do get her POV as well, because he said that he doesn't talk to her at all, period. So, I mean, I can understand her feeling that way, but I also understand that there could be circumstances that prevent you from communicating with that ex. Okay. And you like, look, long as you keep a relationship with your son, he's old enough. He has his cell phone. You can communicate with him anytime. When I need to talk to you, I will. And when I don't, I don't. Okay. So she ain't like a child. So he was cut. Tam was torn, you know, because she was on this date with Michael, but ultimately she went back to the hall. So now all 3 of the women go back into the hall. That's where they choose the men. This time around, Mars chooses Yannick. He's 31. He's a software engineer from Brooklyn. Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? And when I was looking at him, I was like, did they just copy and paste these people? Okay, I know y'all gonna say this sounds crazy. When I looked at him, he reminded me of Walter from Black Ink Crew. Like the original one, the one with C's. He reminded me so much of Walter. That's if Walter took a bath and got a job and wasn't stealing and whatnot. That's exactly that's exactly who he reminded me of. So then Tam chooses her little CWB, honey, her cute white boy, Ryan. He's been on her radar since the first haul. The first haul, she skipped him over, but this time she actually chose him. Paige chose Preston, 31, from H-Town. Okay, H-Town, stand up. And he's a lawyer. Now I'm trying to figure out what side of Houston that is. Because, baby, I ain't never seen it. Okay, I ain't never seen it. I be outside sometimes, and I don't see it. I don't see a Preston outside. Where is he? Okay? And he had a sense of humor, too? Oh, baby. So after the haul, all the ladies were getting texts except Tam, and she was in her feelings. She was like, why ain't nobody texting me? Because, baby, her phone was dry. Do you hear me? Dry. So they all getting little cute texts. After she got upset, Jamal ended up texting her, but she did not want it to be him. She wanted it to be Kenny. Girl, he is self-absorbed. He ain't giving nothing. You just think he fine. Okay, you thinking with that Hello Kitty girl, don't think with that. Okay, that will get us in trouble every single time. You think he look good, but he's not good. Okay, he's just not good. So after they get their text, the men come over for a little kickback. Terrell was getting sloshed, honey. He was getting wasted. Okay, party, let's all get wasted. When I tell you he was drunk and loose as a goose. Chris brings Paige a pretty rose. Oh, okay, that was a nice touch. Let me tell you something. The last time a Chris and a Paige were together, I was cussing Chris the hell out back in 2020. I will never forget season 12 of Married at First Sight. If you have been with me since then you already know a Chris and a Paige together could be disastrous. It's a huge difference in this Chris and Paige from that Chris and Paige, but just hearing it together, child, it brings back bad memories. Anywho, moving forward. So every man is interacting again, except Kenny. He just sitting over there by the sidelines, just not doing anything. So Tam is like, are you an introvert? Like, why are you not getting in the mix? Like, why are you not coming up to me, trying to get to know me? Like, what is happening? I don't think he's interested because ain't nobody that laid back. You signed up for this. So why are you just sitting on the sideline and watching her talk to everybody else? It's not making any sense to me. As they're all chilling, Mars was like, Kenny, we need to deal with you because, I mean, you have been very standoffish and you're not paying any attention to the woman that even got you here. The reason that you're here is my friend. So what's up? And so she was like, yeah, you didn't even come up to me and talk to me. He said, well, you didn't choose me for the date. So everybody's like, what? He was like, yeah, you chose old boy. She said, okay, so you feeling away because I chose him and you were my top pick and now you just falling by the wayside. He gonna say, you didn't pick me first. Sir, she didn't pick you first because you weren't even engaging with her. She had to come up to you. If you didn't want to be chosen, then you should not have been in that little glass box, honey, and we didn't even have to see you. Why are you even here? That's why she didn't choose you for the first date. He said, well, I mean, you're forgetting the order of events, homegirl. Skirt. Who the hell he think he talking to? I would have eaten him up. Do you hear me? You know, God is still working on me, y'all. He's still working on me, but the way I would have eaten him alive. I don't like that. And he gave me a little undertone to it. Okay, it really gave me something. Now, I don't know if that's just me, but it gave me a little something. Plus, the order of events are you didn't engage with her. You sat your ass down when everybody else was talking to her. You didn't get chosen for the date, and now you're in your feelings. Those are the order of events. So I'm not understanding what you're talking about. He said, come on, sis. Come on. Sis. Baby, he out of his rabbit mind. Do you hear me? He out of his rabbit mind. I cannot stand a petty man. You want to be chased and you're used to falling back on your looks. You're used to women running up behind you because you looking how you looking. It would never work with me. Tam is better than me, honey. So her and Kenny, they go outside to talk. But what are you talking about? He has already drawn a line in the sand. He told his draws with me, honey, as my grandmother would say. Baby, he done told his draws with me. So she's mad. She's trying to figure out what's going on. He said he's giving her the freedom to choose. Sure you are. You and your feelings. You're in your feelings. He said he's not going to chase her. He wants her to enjoy her journey. Now, Tam, I'm speaking directly to you, honey. I am not about to argue with no man I just met. You would never get that energy from me. I don't even know you. And you have not taken the opportunity to get to know me. So why would I waste my energy giving you a one-on-one outside? For what? You've already shown me. Once they show you who they are, believe them the first time. If there has ever been a truer statement, it's that one. Moving forward. So Tamira is talking to Preston because she goes back on the inside, and he admits to her that he's cheated before. But he kind of tried to say it in a way that, some things went on, and some things happened. And I'm just like, what? He said he's changed, but I was like, okay. The way you answer tells me you haven't all the way changed, but we're going to go with it. It's the next day, and they get to go on a marathon of dates with their top 3. So all of the ladies are going to be going on dates throughout the day, morning, noon, and night. Chris went out with Paige first. He drew her a pretty picture. She was very moved by it, tears and whatnot. And I feel like Chris seems really sweet. But he did end up telling her that he was still a virgin. And he's 38. I don't think I could do it, honey. It would be the for real 40-year-old virgin. There's nothing wrong with saving yourself. That's absolutely great. Mars is on her date, and she's enjoying it. She's out with Chuck. They're having a little small talk. Tam is over there with Ryan, and she's talking to him on the date. And, they're talking about their life goals and whatnot. So she asked him if he wanted to have kids. He hesitated too long for me. So really and truly, the answer is no. He was like, it's kind of a big decision, to make right now. I mean, it's not a no, but it's not a strong yes. She, on the other hand, wants children, and that is a non-negotiable. Okay, girl, then cut ties now, because I rarely see people change their stance on having kids. Either you want the children or you don't. It's as simple as that. So it's time for the second round of dates, and they're all at football games. And the third round of dates was a nightcap. So Justin goes to see Paige on the nightcap date. It's his birthday. And, she had everything all set up. It was real cute. She had little cupcakes all around, had a little pink dress on, honey. He had on his pink hoodie. It was giving very much match. Okay. Kenny shows up for his date with Tam. And she's like, so how you feeling? He gonna say, it was good vibes. It's just nothing but good vibes. No, the hell it ain't. What you mean it's nothing but good vibes? There are no good vibes, sir. None. Okay. Oh, correction. Tam went over to talk to Jamal. Jamal is the one that's cheated before, not Preston. Shout out to Preston. Preston, my bad, honey. It wasn't you. It was Jamal. Okay, I'm still learning. But anywho, this man over here talking about his good vibes. Ain't no good vibes. Okay, he was like, I'm just foreshadowing. Back over with Mars, she went out with Terrell now that he's sobered up or semi-sober. And I was just thinking, child, not the drunk therapist. Is that a coping mechanism? Like, the therapist might need therapy. They say doctors make the worst patients, child. Over here on Paige's date, they were talking about his birthday and his brother who was unalived. And I kind of feel like Paige is a social chameleon. She's a match with whatever man she's with at the moment. That's what she gives me. It's like when she was with Chris, it seemed like she could be a match with Chris. When she was with Preston, it seemed like she could be a match with Preston. Now that she's with Justin, it feels like she can be a match with Justin. I don't know. It's just giving me that. So she ends up asking Justin to stay the night. Paige, is that part of the rules, ma'am? Y'all know he said yes. Honey, he wasn't going to resist that. I was like, girl, no, don't ask him to sleep over. I don't think that's smart. It's too much too soon, girl. Make him work for it. Not the first. I don't get down on the first night. Girl, Monica told us. She told us she should make a move, but she won't. Girl, honey, Monica told us. Back over with Kenny and Tam. She tells him that she liked him the most, and he didn't show any interest and made her feel embarrassed. So he starts talking, y'all. He starts not with an apology, but him telling her that she was the only person that he noticed when the women walked into the hall and his choice was made. And that's why he was in his feelings, because her choice wasn't made for him. I call cap. I call BS. I call cap. I call manipulation. I call game. That's what we used to say back in the day. He running game, girl. Okay, he's running game. So then she ends up apologizing to him. For what? What are you apologizing to him about? Your choice was your choice. Just like you told Paige in episode 3. We're dating these guys. We're not tied down to anybody. Why are you apologizing to him? So she was like, yeah, I just feel like you didn't give me the respect that I deserved. He gonna say, yeah, you right. I played it wrong. Where's the apology? Girl, listen to me, Tamara or Tamira. Girl, put your hot pocket on ice and think with your brain. He is not it. I know, we go for the aesthetics and he looking like something, but girl, that could be middle of the mall kiosk jewelry he wearing. He ain't never took that hat off. That head could be giving Edward Scissorhands, honey. It could be giving SpongeBob SquareHead. We don't know what he giving because he won't take that damn hat off. He got a hat for every attire. I don't like it, honey. I don't like it. Let him go. So she talks to him and she gets a bunch of nothingness. And then she gonna say in a confessional, surprisingly, he's amazing. I'm completely lost. Girl, cut that man. Cut that man and cut your losses. Moving forward. It's the next morning and Paige claims that they just cuddled and they talked all night. They did share a first kiss when he was getting ready to leave up out the door, but I still do not think that it was right or the right move to let Justin stay overnight because, that gives him the impression that, okay, I'm in there like swimwear. And then when he see you doing you, now it's a problem. Like, no, it's too soon. So then they all get a text again. You can either get rid of one of your guys for another man, or you can get rid of all three for new men and go back in the hall. Tam, I'm telling you right now, you need to eliminate all three of them. One of them is a cheater. The other one wants to be chased and one doesn't want kids and you do. So you need to eliminate all three of your men. All of them should go. Now, Paige has some real solid men. She really does. I feel like Mars is trying to think outside the box and she's really trying to get to know these men. She's really asking the deep questions so that she don't make a fool of herself. And she really wants somebody that's going to be solid. So she's trying. I think Tam is going based off looks. And Tam, we got to stop doing that. We really do. So Paige didn't know what she wanted to do. She needed a little bit of help. So she called Mari, who is the dating coach. She doesn't know who to choose to eliminate and if she should eliminate anybody. And Mari was basically like, who gets your mojo running? Who do you see yourself with long term? Who this and who that? That should help you. In the next scene, the women meet up with all the men because now it's time to eliminate them or keep them to see if you're going to go back into the hall. So Mars ends up eliminating Terrell. She didn't like that he was so drunk and they didn't really connect. So now both of the brothers are gone. Deuces. Since she eliminated him, she gets to choose one new man from the hall. Paige ended up not eliminating anybody, even though she felt like Preston was too much like herself. When Preston and Paige went on their date, they had so much fun. They were laughing, kikiing. They were like two peas in a pod. It was really giving everything that was supposed to be gave. But she just didn't feel like, I don't think she was physically attracted to him if I really want to keep it real. Now it's Tam's turn. She did ask Ryan, her little cute white boy, if he would be okay with raising a biracial child. Girl, he don't want to raise no child. It don't matter what it is. He don't want to raise it. So I don't even know why you're asking this question. It's irrelevant. So she ends up finally eliminating Kenny, the one who doesn't want to do anything but exist. She eliminates him. No explanation needed. And even in the end, Kenny was a jerk. She was like, so can we be friends? He gonna say, I'm not really a friend type of guy. Boy, bye. Goodbye and good night. So after they do the elimination ceremony, Paige spends one-on-one time with Preston to see if she feels the feels. And she wants to feel the butterflies. She wants to feel it up in her stomach. She doesn't like that she laughed and had so much with him in common. She didn't like that because she feels like that's the normal type of guy that she would date. She isn't getting anything from her interactions with him. So after the talk, now she upset. So she's crying, saying that she didn't make the right choice. Now, me personally, this is just my opinion. I think she has FOMO, fear of missing out. This is what I think. I think she has FOMO and she wants to go back to the hall with her friends and see if she can find someone better. It's giving grass is greener syndrome. That is my opinion. It could be wrong, but I just think that she wants to go back into the hall and she feels like she's going to be missing out if she doesn't. I get her not feeling it. And if you're not feeling it, don't try to make it happen. And don't try to make fetch happen. I get that, girl. And I'm proud of you because you stood in, I ain't really feeling it. I want to choose somebody else. But I think it's more than that. You should want somebody that you can laugh and be yourself with. But I mean, it's your decision, child. So she ends up meeting with him again and she eliminated him. I thought Preston was a very nice guy, but I mean, he didn't make her lady bits jump. And baby, if you can't do that, then you got to go. Moving forward. So he's looking at her and he's like, well, why am I being punished for having my stuff together? You're not. You're being punished because her lady bits aren't jumping for you, honey. It's giving nothing. So all the guys are upstairs playing pool and they find out that Preston was eliminated. They tell Paige, even though she eliminated Preston, she still cannot go into the hall and choose another man. So she will only be working with Chris and Justin. So the relationship coach shows up to see what's going on with the ladies. Paige tells her that, she sent Preston packing, even though she wanted to let him, stay. She felt like she needed to let him go because in the past, she's always just chosen the safe bet. And, when a man likes her, she just automatically likes him back. And she feels like she's done this so many times before. And she wanted to make a decision for Paige. So Preston had to go. Mars and Tam are about to go back into the hall. So we're moving into episode 2. When the episode first opens up, Paige, Mars, and Tam all go back into the hall. Now, Mars and Tam, they're going back to choose 2 new men. Paige is there, I guess, to offer moral support. I'm not sure. I think Paige should have been on a date while they went to the hall. Because it's like showing me something that I can't have. What if I see somebody in there and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I already had buyer's remorse, so I'm not understanding why they sent Paige. But I guess to keep the aesthetic, all 3 friends together all the time. So this time they're taking more time to decide who they want to continue with. Mars chooses to think outside the box, and she chose Ishan. He's 34 from LA. He's a Scorpio. And child. Tam chooses Josiah. And I mean, Josiah was cute, and he seems like he has a pretty decent personality. I know that from the hall, I'm sorry, this is episode 3. This is not even episode 2, honey. We almost through. I think from the hall that they did the 3rd time, Josiah was the better pick out of any of the other men. So the new men go in to meet the old men. And the ladies want to go see how they're adjusting to their new men joining them. So they're trying to get to know the new men. They're all talking. And Chris and Paige start playing pool. So, it's just an innocent game of pool and whatnot. So he bet her that if he wins, she has to give him a kiss. So she loses and everyone is egging it on. They're like, come on, give him a kiss. Here go Mars. You're doing great, sweetie. Oh, child, you gotta love a BFF, honey. Josiah over there hyping it up. Sir, you just got here. Okay, you just got here. So everybody hyping it up. Justin over there looking stank because, he had just previously spent the night with Paige. So he's like, not finna get ready to kiss him. But, he was playing it cool. So he wins the kiss. So she gave him a kiss, baby. This just wasn't no kiss. Do you hear me? This was way more than that. Now, me personally, I would have opted for a little cheek kiss. But, baby, Paige swallowed that man's whole face. I was like, damn, should I look away? But I mean, what? I mean, she was in that thing. Do you hear me? She almost swallowed. And you ain't gonna get none, girl. He's saving himself. Oh, honey, the way she kissed that man. I feel like she should have just done a pick. So she kisses him and walks off, baby, like she done dropped the mic. Justin claims he's not jealous, but I don't know. It kind of looked like it. So as soon as she get downstairs, she was like, did y'all look at Justin? Was he mad? She asking him if Justin is mad. Girl, why did you kiss Chris like that? Was it to make Justin jealous? Because, I mean, that kiss lasted hella long. All you had to do was give him a pick. But you went in there taking his tonsils out and whatnot. Honey, you was doing a full-on tonsillectomy. So Tam is like, girl, these are not our men. We're just dating them. This gonna make Justin step up more, girl. See, y'all already playing games. No. And see, I have to remember that they're a bit younger. They're 27 and 30. I think 2 of them are 27 and 1 of them is 30. I know for a fact Tam is 30. But I think the other 2 are younger. Or maybe 2 30-year-olds and a 27-year-old. Either way, honey, they still in the business of playing games. Because not that's going to make Justin step up more. So Paige is like, well, I don't know how I would feel. I mean, I do know how I would feel if Justin did that to me. Like, I would not feel good about that. Ma'am, the ball was in your court. You could have just given him a peck and called it a day. Paige, girl, you did that on purpose. You wanted to get a rise out of Justin, and that's exactly what you did. She did say the kiss was good, but now she's confused. Girl, you are loving it. Stop. And that was the end of episodes 1-3. Baby, y'all need to go watch it. Do you hear me? Y'all need to go watch The Love Experiment. It is very refreshing. It's like Love is Blind, The Ultimatum, and Married at First Sight, all mixed into one with a little bit of Hell Date. Y'all remember Hell Date? It's giving everything. It is giving everything. It is really good. And you know, by episode 2 or 3, you be like, okay, I ain't watching no more of this. No, I'm actually really intrigued to continue watching every single episode. I like the 3 best friends. I like that they all have different personalities. Mars seems like the mama of the group. Tam seems like the aunt. Like, okay, girl, let's reel it in. And Paige is the wild niece, honey. Paige gonna get it popping, okay? The P in Paige stands for popping. So y'all go watch it. Comment down below. Tell me exactly what you thought about this review and about these 3 episodes. If you have not watched it, it comes on MTV. If you cannot find it on MTV, let me know down in the comments below and I'll give you a little hookup. Okay? Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.